Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome to Adventures in History. Today's topic is Dearest Mother and Dad. Love, Ruth, John, Mark, Patricia, and Peter. 1978, Part 163. This is based on the original publication, Small Shaw Family Memories Collection, or SFMC, number 78, published on May 11th, 2002. And there's a letter from the editor of the SFMC, yours truly, Peter J. Ray. Here are highlights from this issue. Last year, Patty said, "What are our traditions? We should have traditions. I love it, I love it, I love it. Life, that is, and you. How great it is. As you can tell, I'm finally in one of my up moods. I feel that I could write a book to you of all that's happened since my last letter, and should write one." The next morning I woke with a terrible headache and diarrhea and the kitchen a mess, and a white angel came to help me. A cleaning woman I'd never called came, so I made it. Thank the Lord. Patty phoned to say that this was the best Bahama trip yet, and Mark agreed. God's angels are all around us. Patty did most of the cooking in the Bahamas and got tired trying to fill up 4 men. Patty even made popcorn, cheesecakes, bacon and eggs, pancakes, hams, scalloped potatoes, lasagna, tacos. She cooked so much food for those hungry men. I'd taken so much food and they ate almost all of it. Oh, and the second night in our screen tent, we were all in it because of the rain. A snake crawled over Joe Novak. John got it out, but it came back in, crawling over Patty's arms. John finally hammered it to death. A 5-foot snake. So great to talk to you. Love you. God bless, Ruth. Yes, and so it goes. This issue primarily deals with the Christmas 1977 trip to the Bahamas. That year, Peter's friend Joe Novak came with the family. Mark made a dramatic Christmas Eve at dusk arrival, and John battled a snake in the night, which was pestering the family. It's a fine issue. I hope you enjoy it. In the present, in 2002, almost 25 years later, life goes on. Alice, Tim, and I are all well here. It's been quite warm here, as befitting summer in the Philippines. Right now it's 11:45 a.m. and the summer school students have been having a party. For many of them, today is the last day of school. Tim and I will be going to the Roosevelt Park in about an hour and a half for another afternoon of baseball with Tim's friends. The children are now doing the pitching, as I am now a full-time manager. We have a grand time over there at Roosevelt Park. Yesterday, Tim led all batters with 6 home runs. He now has more than 500 round-trippers in his career dating back to last summer. We have a nice group of kids, and I try to maintain some semblance of order. The main thing is making sure nobody gets cracked in the head with the wooden baseball bat. These kids have little sense of danger, so keeping the batting area free of kids is a constant priority. Well, I'll close this now, wishing all of you all the best. Peter J. Ray. Sheraton British Colonial Hotel, Nassau, Bahamas, January 9th, 1978. Dearest Mother and Dad, I love it, I love it, I love it. Life, that is, and you. How great it is. As you can tell, I'm finally in one of my up moods. I feel that I could write a book to you of all that's happened since my last letter, and should write one. I really did get this stationery to write a diary letter while on Cistern Key, but seemed too busy. I didn't even get the painting done that I'd planned. However, we made it safely home and got Peter safely through his Eagle Scout Award, and that's the main thing. We had over 85 people there yesterday afternoon at Our Savior's Lutheran Church, all for Peter and his Eagle Scout Award. And what a blizzardy day it turned into. Even the Cleveland schools are closed today. And we had about 35 people here for a buffet dinner last night, and it was just great. Helen Lacey said it would be nice to just stay a few days, and it looked like Barb and Bill Smith might last night when the highways got so bad. It looks just beautiful out, gorgeous with the snow so thickly coating everything, and Lake Erie looks like the North Pole. It was so very good to talk to you, Mother. I'm so relieved that you're bearing up. I can come and help you, cook, clean, nurse, whatever. The weather is cold here too, so don't worry about that. 9 degrees, and John and Peter are very self-sufficient. We are planning to go back down to Florida the first part of February to Innsbruck in Tarpon Springs. Wish you could come. Same convention as you came to in Colorado Springs at the Broadmoor. So good that you came then when you could get away. I would like to go on down to Sistren Key after it, but don't know. I can come when Bud goes to Hawaii in the last of February. It would be nice if you could get away. I could relieve you for taking care of Dad, and you could go to Hawaii, too. Mark just phoned that he's on his way back to Boston with Kip via Delaware for some snow skiing. I'm so disappointed that they aren't stopping, but the highways are so bad and they want to stay down on the turnpike. I sure hope they have a safe trip. He was here yesterday for Peter's Eagle Scout Award and party and saw lots of old friends. We planned it on this terrible day because of him being home. Peter wanted him to be here. However, now he won't be able to take Patty's boots, and she needs them. I'll have to mail them. It's so expensive, too, a waste. Oh well. The Hartleys came from the Peter Beebe group, whose daughter is a woman priest, and stayed with us, brought John's mother. Carol was taking Kathy back to college, and Barb and Bill brought Helen and the psychology professor and his wife, also of the Peter Beebe group in Oberlin, brought Mark and took both Mark and Helen home. We saw so many good friends yesterday it felt like a wedding. John made a fire in the fireplace, had laid it before we went to the Bahamas. I still haven't finished the dishes. It was really a lovely party. When we got back from the Bahamas about midnight, Peter's friend Joe Novak, who went with us, his family met us with 2 cars for all our stuff. The beach house had been broken into twice. The bill for boarding up one window was $35, and the other wasn't boarded up, so the pipes were frozen. We were heating up Lake Erie. What a heating bill! And my kitchen pipes were frozen. Our turkey had defrosted, so I cooked Christmas dinner, and Peter's 2 friends came too. A second Christmas with us for Joe. Beautiful turkey dinner. Mark wanted it. I had planned to have Helen Lacey and John's mother come Saturday and have it. However, no water to clean up. I finally put Pam's hair dryer on the pipes, and they didn't burst, but water came on about midnight. The next morning I awoke with a terrible headache and diarrhea and the kitchen a mess. And a white angel came to help me. A cleaning woman I'd never called came. She'd gone to the wrong house, and could she come here? $25, but worth it for the kitchen, house, and my headache. Barbara hadn't come since Thanksgiving. Her 34-year-old grandson who had a stroke and then died. So I made it, thank the Lord. The cleaning woman had mixed me up with Carly Donaldson. Patty phoned to say that this was the best Bahama trip yet, and Mark agreed. John and I were so concerned about Peter's diarrhea and weight loss, too reminiscent of Pam. But Patty met us at the airport in Nassau on schedule, and I'd got the groceries. Missed her help, though. They'd forgotten the cement, so our plane left late, and the boat that took us couldn't take us all the way because it got dark. So he, another angel, put us into a small boat with his daughters driving us. We landed in the dark, and in abandoning ship, all I took was a package of hamburger buns and sleeping bag and left my purse. He, the angel, made 2 trips the next day with all our stuff from his big boat, and also brought Mark Christmas Eve at sunset. Patty had just said that Mark would never make it. Mark had also been abandoned on his island. The boat he was on, the 2 fellows felt they'd never make it by dark. God's angels are all around us. We're so worried about Peter. We thought there'd be 3 doctors. 2 were psychologists, and the doctor never came. Mr. Grant died, and Mrs. Grant is selling that lovely house where Pam died. He had us over New Year's Eve, the psychologist who's buying it. They had fireworks. We finished screening in our 200-year-old restoration house. I did all the main part. John did the high ends, and Mark and John did the molding over it, and the 3 doors, 2 half-screen, and Mark did the sliding screen door at the end. Steve Cox, the caretaker, will build us a cement and stone patio there for $125 plus cement, and some steps up to the house for $125 plus cement. We all slept in the house the last night. Patty, Peter, and Joe painted the inside stone white. Stephen finished cementing the floor in end pieces. So we felt we accomplished a lot. Even worked Christmas and New Year's. Kids and I hauled sand for cement. We all have good tans and John a beard. He's so busy. He's been in trial since we got back and still in trial today. Patty did most of the cooking and got tired trying to fill up 4 men. Someone had stolen our stove and kerosene, the machete and spears. But we bought 2 little stoves and 10 cylinders of propane fuel to cook on. I'd made 2 white fruit Christmas cakes and 2 puddings, both your recipes, and Christmas cookies. So we heated the puddings for Christmas and New Year's and made your pudding and sauce. Patty even made popcorn and cheesecakes, bacon and eggs, pancakes, ham, scalloped potatoes, lasagna, tacos. She cooked so much food for those hungry men. I'd taken so much food and they ate almost all of it. We'd taken 3 coolers and 6 dozen eggs, 10 loaves of bread, and I even had a gallon of milk that stayed fresh for 6 days. We were going to try to take a gas refrigerator. I just love our house, the gazebo, palm fronds, thatched roof, lovely view, wish you could see it. I even have a palm tree growing in the middle of it. Oh, and the second night in our screen tent, we were all in it because of the rain, a snake crawled over Joe Novak. John got it out, but it came back in, crawling over Patty's arms. John finally hammered it to death, a 5-foot snake. We took down your poppycock for Peter last Christmas, and we enjoyed that so much too. We even made stuffing with our ham. Last time I found an old door on the ocean beach and had them haul it back, but it was so heavy, they only got it 3/4 of the way. Christmas Day, I decided I wanted a Christmas table, so had them haul it the rest of the way. It was lighter because it had dried out. Joe Novak's sawed me 4 4x4 legs and nailed them on. I used it as a bed, though, with my air mattress and sleeping bag. Patty even made fudge and conch fritters. I took bran muffins, too. I'll write from my diary. December 13th, 1977. Countdown, clean the oven, write 100 invitations for Peter's Eagle Scout Award. Got my hair cut, finished packing the food, made bran muffins, made cookies, and defrosted the refrigerator. Wednesday, December 14th. Don't forget, Christmas puddings, can opener, Velveeta in the cooler. I decided it was not worth the hassle. I must simplify. Pack ahead again. Thursday, December 15th, 7:30 a.m., leave, 12 items, tent bag, cot, chairs in a box, 4 coolers, 4 duffel bags, and Joe's suitcase. Ride in Nassau to Mother, Bud, Chris, Alice, Connie, and Norma. $15 tip for checking, $10 tip in Nassau, $20 cab, $11 to Paradise Island, $40 dinner, $19 cab to the airport, $115 chartered plane, total $230. Awful. Dinner in El Toro, good lobster, black and red decor, awful, to Paradise Island Casino. Friday, December 16th. I wrote letters from 3 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock a.m. John went to the hardware store about the doors. We had breakfast at the patio, buffet. Joe Novak and I went to the waterfront for fruit. Took a cab to the Kelly Bakery for groceries and rum. We were late to the airport. Patty was there. They forgot the cement. We left late in an airplane to Norman's Key. We were very lucky the McTaggart big boat took us to Highborn Key, where Blackbeard stashed $35,000 in silver. His daughters took us in a small boat to Cistern Key. The bugs were bad. We only brought duffel bags, no tenor food, Ritz crackers, peanut butter, and Coke. The kids slept in little tents. The gazebo was okay. A goat had been in. Great to be here. What an effort, though. Saturday, December 17th. McTaggart came over in the morning with boxes, food, coolers, lumber, and cement, and wouldn't take any money. In the evening, McTaggart was over alone with luggage and cupcakes. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Cheeseburgers in the screen tent. We all slept in the screen tent. Monday, December 19th. We had a bad night. A snake came in twice, first on Joe Novak, then on Patty's arms. John killed it, a 5-footer. We finally slept, and slept in, 8:30 in the morning. Patty cooked Pam's bacon egg thing. Steve Cox finished the floor great. Then he went to Norman's Key for young Steve, who was not there. We had a chain gang for water and sand for the cement. Peanut butter and cheese sandwiches. The kids went snorkeling. Joe Novak and Peter went in a canoe. A conch boat is here and asked for food. We gave them a peanut butter sandwich, oranges, apples, and bran muffins, and Patty fixed tacos. Tuesday, December 20th. We had a good night. I was up early. Patty made Pam's bacon egg things. The boys got water. Conch boat is leaving. Steve Cox came over and sawed ends and cemented. Peter, Patty, and Joe hauled sand for the path and palm, then rebelled and went swimming. Gorgeous day. Steve said he could buy a kerosene refrigerator and leave it with him. That would be great. We later learned in Nassau a little one cost $500. Someone took our old stove, kerosene, machete, and spear. We had hot dogs in the tent. Tuesday, December 21st. Peter and Joe went fishing, and we were screening the house. I screened inside in a day and a half. We had fish for dinner. Great. December 22, screening. December 23, John screening outside. Painting inside the house white. Patty, Joe, and Peter taking turns. December 24th. Peter and Joe went fishing and caught 2 fish. We finished painting the house. Mark arrived just at sunset with Sandy McTaggart. Great. Merry Christmas Eve. We had fish for dinner in the tent. Patty made cheesecake. It was great. December 25th. Nice day. Little Christmas gifts around the palm tree. Mark and Joe brought over the door for a table. Peter's feeling ill. We had ham and sweet and sour sauce, mashed potatoes and stuffing. Christmas pudding and sauce in the tent. Monday, December 26th. Joe sawed legs for the table, my bed. 5:00 p.m. we went to the Rummages for cocktails. Mrs. Rummage, Sarah, and Paul. It was good to hear music. The macaroni was done when we got home. We left it in hot water and had Christmas cake. Tuesday, December 27th. We cut branches to get a better view. Wednesday, December 28th. We had pancakes. John was doing the doors all day. I must remember to have chores alternated, water, ice, and dishes. We had ham and mashed potatoes. Patty made cheesecake. Thursday, December 29th. Patty made hash and eggs. John and Mark finished the doors. We made tapioca fruit dessert and peanut butter sandwiches. Steve Cox was over to invite us to the Jones in the old Grant's house for New Year's Eve for cocktails at 5:00 p.m. Saturday. Steve will do the patio for $125 and steps for $125, plus 15 bags of cement. John took underwater movies of the little reef of all of us. Mine was a poor dive, did a better one later. John and Mark finished the sliding screen doors. Wow! Makes a big difference in the house. Great. Mark got conch. Peter and Joe cleaned for conch fritters. Patty made also fudge, Christmas pudding, noodles. Friday, December 30th. Mother and Dad's 55th wedding anniversary. Lovely day. Mark and Patty were up early reading. Patty made potato pancakes. John and Mark trimmed in the front. Lunch was tacos and white wedding anniversary Christmas cake, and we went to the ocean beach. Mark, Joe, and Peter snorkeled in deep waves and saw barracuda. I went to my lakes. Mark saw Stephen's escaped goats. Mark and John finished the outside molding. Patty was so good doing all the cooking. Saturday, December 30th, John and Mark finished the molding. We went to the Grant's house, Jones, for fireworks and spaghetti. I lost my shoes. Sunday, January 1st. Rummages and Jones went away. It was a calm day. We went to the ocean beach. Peter's ill. There was a storm in New York. For dinner, we had ham, stuffing, wild rice, cheesecake, Christmas cake, and Christmas cookies. Dinner, skillet lasagna, mashed potatoes, Christmas pudding with sauce. Monday, the last day, was the best. It was calm. We snorkeled in the sun. Left the chairs and cot with Steve. We must simplify living and make it easier. Furniture, foam, staple in the cover, sheets, inflatable mattress. Pillows, chairs, benches. Get sun earlier. print more, take a complete set of dishes, pans, and more milk. Cistern by the house to collect rainwater. Mark needs a robe, Peter a watch. So great to talk to you. We love you. God bless. Love, Ruth. Now there was the ceremony for yours truly, Peter J. Ray, Eagle Scout Court of Honor, January 8th, 1978. And there was an article in the newspaper, Peter Ray, new Eagle Scout. Peter J. Ray, 21508 Avalon Drive, Rocky River, was named Eagle Scout at a Court of Honor at Our Savior's Rocky River Lutheran Church. Ray is a member of Boy Scout Troop 490 at the church. He has had extensive experience with the Boy Scouts. He became a Tenderfoot Scout on June 21, 1971. In September, he earned his second-class award and first-class award in June of 1972, Star in 1973, and Life in 1975. In 1973, he attended the National Boy Scout Jamboree in Idaho and went on a high-adventure trek at Philmont Scout Ranch, Cimarron, New Mexico. In 1974, he had a trek at the Tinnerman Canoe Base in Ontario, Canada. In 1976, he served as crew leader on a 2-week expedition at Tinnerman Canoe Base. In 1977, he led an 11 Scout crew on a 2-week backpacking trek at Philmont. He served his Boy Scout troop as both patrol leader and senior patrol leader, and now serves as junior assistant scout master. He is also a member of the Cuyahoga Lodge No. 17 of the Order of the Arrow. His grade point average is 4+, and he presently stands 9th in his high school class. He's a writer for the high school newspaper, treasurer for the National Honor Society, co-editor of the school literary magazine, has received the Latin Award for 2 years as a certified lifeguard, and is very interested in athletics. He serves as an acolyte for St. Peter's Episcopal Church. For Peter's Eagle Scout project, he organized a group of young people at St. Peter's Episcopal Church to help shut-in persons at the church who were feeble or ailing. This included yard work, indoor cleaning, snow shoveling, driving, and visiting. We, the members of Troop 490, are proud of Peter's accomplishments, leadership, and contribution to scouting. It is indeed a pleasure to award him the rank of Eagle. Well done, Peter. Now we have 2 letters to the editor based on the original publication, and the first is from my mother, Ruth S. Ray. Dear editor, what history of our family you are making. When the issues come, I read them avidly, even at midnight. When we come home from a trip, I could not even remember my diary in the Bahamas. You bringing the palm fronds and us building the roof. All Patricia's cooking for 4 hungry men. Joe bringing my table, later bed from the ocean. We still use it. And you are writing my book for me that I've been planning to write someday. Now, nostalgia. Thank you so much. It's amazing that you find the photos, a labor of love. Blessings, love, Mother. Ruth S. Ray, Rocky River, Ohio. And the next comment is from my father, John S. Ray. Dear editor, what a pleasure to look at the 4 pages of pictures at the beginning of SFMC number 78. It's great to see Peter Ray, a happy boy growing up in Rocky River. It was wonderful to read of Red's enthusiasm about the Bahamas. It's amazing that we still enjoy it down there so much. We had a big party for Peter's Eagle Scout Award. Congratulations again, Peter. Angels were helping us when we needed help. Thank the Lord. We finally got the old house on Cistern Key in good enough shape to sleep in it. A major accomplishment. Mark's sunset arrival on Cistern Key on Christmas Eve. Wow. A lot of good work on the old house. Great memories of all the building activity and restoring the old house. Peter Ray, new Eagle Scout. What an excellent article in the newspaper about Peter and his many accomplishments. Mark played in the Oberlin Conservatory Orchestra. A great issue. I will look forward to the next issue. Love, Dad. John S. Ray, Rocky River, Ohio. Well, that concludes today's presentation. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.